Then we find the Quran telling us that there are certain social obligations, and among these obligations in Surah Al-Baqarah, Ayatul Bir particularly elaborates in a beautiful manner, tells us that it's not enough to face towards east or west by praying, but what's more important is that you have those obligations fully observed, which are part of your personality. Therefore, first it talks about faith or belief in Malaika, in Kutub, in Anbiya, in Akhirah. And then it says, and give from your resources, from your resources which you like very much. To whom? To your near relatives. But it does not ask for cronyism. It says give to aqraba, and then those who are yatama, then those who are masakin, then those who are ibn sabil and sailin, and then for liberating people, wafir riqab, which means people who are oppressed. Over a year has passed and 8 million people are enslaved and oppressed. What has been done for their liberation? Have we even raised our hands to make dua for them if we cannot provide them material resource? So the ayah says, you may make long prayers, but if you are not sharing your resources with your relatives, with the people in society who are needy, with masakin, with all those persons who are raising their hands to help to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then your bir and taqwa and piety is defective. This does not mean that Quran is reducing the importance of salah, because again it says that you must establish salah, but no choice between making salah and assuming I have done my duty. The duty is not complete unless all those aspects which are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are done, and that is salah and zakah and siyam and hajj and so on and so forth. But at the same time, social obligation and responsibility as part of Tawheed. It's a demand of Tawheed. If we believe in Tawheed, then we must have all these aspects fully covered and done. Therefore, it says that you are going to have salah and zakah, and then you have to make sure that you also fulfill your promises. And then your behavior. You see, the Quran all the time talks about human behavior. So it says that you have to be patient, perseverant. Even when you are in poverty, facing economic problems, you should not become complaintful, but you should become productive, more serious thinking to be done how to remove it. So the ayah combines what we call aqeedah, what we call huquq Allah, what we call huququl ibad, and all that are summarized by two words. One in the beginning, bir, the one on which it ends, taqwa. These are the persons who have understood bir, virtue, good. The persons who have taqwa. Taqwa means that my belief is to be translated in these activities, and these activities become my KPIs, my key performing indicators. If I claim I am Muslim and I am not praying, then this is a measurement. Taqwa is not just in heart. Taqwa must be visible in my prayer, in masjid, in my home. Taqwa means I must be helping the needy and poor. Otherwise, taqwa is a claim. Therefore, those people who keep on saying that how can we measure taqwa, how can we measure piety, how can we measure behavior, it's very simple. Why in the so-called management world, when you want to hire a person, you have interview and you observe if a person is coming to the office where you are conducting interviews and you have a hidden camera, he enters from the gate and in front of him is a wrapper, or in front of him is a water faucet open, and he just goes around and never thinks to stop it. It tells you about the personality. And why you do it? Because it's a measurement. If the person is organized, if person is concerned, if person knows the meaning of what is asraf and what is middle way, then he should not walk without removing the wrapper, without putting the thing in proper place. I often observe my own children to find out if they are passing through a bedroom and in the bedroom a fan is running on full speed and nobody sitting there, do they go and switch it off or not? And same in our corridors, in our university. If a classroom is not used and we have full flood lights and fans and air con, everything going on, then what does that mean? Is it a way of taqwa? Is it birr? The problem is we have confined religion to certain externalities, some aspects which we think are religious, while the major part of deen is not just ibadah. The whole life is ibadah. Picking up that wrapper is ibadah. Helping the blind to cross the road is ibadah, but does not substitute. Therefore, the slogan people use in this country nowadays, some so-called liberal, that my religion is humanism or humanity, is a shirk, not Tawheed. But helping human beings is impact of Tawheed. The difference is you are helping the needy as the Quran wants in this ayah. Why? Because you want to apply birr and taqwa. The other one is saying that no, I don't care for birr and taqwa, but this helping is my religion. So he is creating a new religion. Instead of following Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he is following a desire that when he has helped 9,000 blind, he will be given an award for saving blinds. This is his deen or religion, and consequently it cannot be Islam. It's something different. So the ayah tells us that Tawheed requires social obligation or hukukul ibad to be fully observed. The responsibility of birr and taqwa is not individual, but it is a matter of collective responsibility by way of ma'roof and by way of trying to frustrate all those aspects which are wrong. Therefore, what we are doing in Rifa through a number of interventions is simply an application of Quranic ayah of Amar bil Maruf. Each one of us is obliged to make sure that we communicate through our conduct, through our speech, through our behavior, what is right and what is wrong, and stop from wrong. Stopping from wrong is an obligation. We cannot just tolerate it. So, zero tolerance for wrong and best efforts and energies for what is maruf. Its impact is on creation of culture of dignity and modesty, which means Tawheed demands that believers change their behavior. Instead of gazing in the eyes of others, particularly opposite gender, the Quran says very clearly that you have to keep your gazes down, because that is a door once left open, then you can travel into areas which are grey. Islamic approach is of stopping the ways, sadd-e-zarai. The channels of wrong need to be frustrated. So we have peace and modesty. So here you find, and remember that the ayah does not say that it's only for women to keep gazes down, but it begins by saying that men should keep their gazes down. It's not just one gender. Islam is not gender based. It does not accept the Western classification of gender society, but it believes in ethical society. Ethics means that a female, if she is more pious, she is superior and greater than a male, and the contrary. So it's not a matter of who is a male or female, it's a matter of who is more disciplined, more organized, more muttaqi, more virtuous, and so on and so forth. So the ayah tells us very clearly about it.